Alright, howdy. This is going to be the second part of my demo of the Throbak Electronics Stonebender Mark II Pro, which is ostensibly a Tonebender clone, Mark II, as made famous by Vox and Sola Sound. So far, I've got to say it's probably one of my favorite fuzzes. It sounds the least spitty and the most usable in a kind of overall range. Chords sound decent through it. It's got a lot of features here that I went over kind of in the initial video, but just to recap, it has a gain switch on the top that you can see there, and on the side it has a color switch which cuts a little bit of high to take a little bit of fizz off the tone. I've got them both set in their default positions right now, which is the lower gain side, and the color switch is off, so it's the full spectrum. There are also a couple of features inside, including a bias that you can play with, and a trimmer to adjust the range, I guess, of the gain switch, but it's a pre-gain trimmer. The instructions say kind of not to mess with either one of them, so I'm leaving it alone. I'm just going to test it with the stock positions. Another warning in the instructions that I kind of wasn't expecting, but we'll see how it goes, is that it comes with a battery, and it goes through the virtues of cheap batteries, which I've found to be true in distortion pedals. The cheaper, dollar store, grocery store kind of non-alkaline 9-volt batteries sound great in dirt pedals, where I would use alkaline batteries or an AC power supply on time-based stuff like flangers and delays and choruses and so forth. So the last part of the video, and I'm playing this thing today through my Crate Palomino V16. The amp I would usually use, my Concord here, Sound City, is feeling a little bit fizzy today, so I'm going to leave it out. And I've got the Crate set up for a very clean, high headroom kind of sound by turning the level of it all the way up and using the gain as a volume knob. So it's just bringing in just enough gain. It's not set for gained out sound. You'll hear in a minute. And in this second part of the video, I'm going to try it out with humbuckers. One of the things that I found out to be true of most of the fuzz pedals that I've tried is they seem to work great if you're playing single coil based guitars like Strats and Tellys. But I'm primarily a humbucker guy, and I love the way sounds, the way fuzzes sound, in the hands of guys like Jeff Beck and Pete Townsend. But I got to make them work with humbuckers for me. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the guitar here, all about 11 pounds of it, and just as a point of reference, this is the basic sound of it. I may turn that down just a little bit, because I don't want to there you go, overwhelm the iPhone mic here. I'm using an iPhone for this video. Here's with a little bit of the clean sound. Here's the neck pickup. So you can tell I really have a pretty, clean sound going here. Now I've got this Tonebender, or the Stonebender set with the gain on the lower position and the volume or the color switch set to its neutral position, and the controls are about 12 o'clock on either, so I'll switch it on and let you hear. This is with the bridge pickup. This is the lower gain of the two positions. I'm going to go ahead and turn this up a little bit to, there you go, kind of match the unity gain. So already I like this quite a lot with the humbuckers. As you can see, it doesn't get all kind of washed out. Either on single note stuff or even with chords it sounds pretty decent. This is on the lower gain setting of the switch. I'll turn it all the way, the gain all the way down. You can see there it's you know, kind of like just a slightly overdriven. Back up to about half. I'll turn it all the way up in this position. Okay, now you can tell it's really kind of high heavy here, so I'm going to flip this color control and see what this does. I like that a lot. Let's try this now in the middle position with the pickups. And the neck. So that sounds to me really good. I mean, that's actually, I think, probably the first fuzz I've ever had that was usable with humbuckers. I'll go ahead and flip this to the other side and turn the color control back off. So this is the higher gain. So to me that sounds really, you know, I think I mentioned in the other video, it's almost more like a kind of a slightly primitive sounding distortion pedal than it is a fuzz. See there too that it really responds to picking dynamics. Just barely right there. If I hit it a little bit harder, so that's very cool too. I do. Let's see. I'll turn the color back on. And let's see if I can find a position I like here. So there you have it. That's, you know, definitely a very favorable impression for me. Like I said, the first fuzz pedal I've ever found that really plays nicely with humbuckers, and these are this is a Duncan SH14 in here, which is about 13 or so K DC resistance, so it's it's not even just like a PAF level humbucker. And I thought it played well with all the positions. So I'm definitely a fan of the Stonebender Mark II Pro from Throbak Electronics. And if you're as picky as I am about tones and looking for a fuzz that'll play well with humbuckers, I definitely recommend checking it out. Thanks.